Hi, my name's Mary. On my channel, I do affordable fragrance reviews such as Bath& Body Works and Victoria's Secret, as well as some other houses such as Fleur and Dossier. Today, I have a Bath& Body Works review. Now, I did do a short on this scent previous to this, so this is Touch of Gold. So on my short, I was, at that time, I only had the travel perfume, and I was comparing it to Platinum. So now I have more products. I have the body butter, the lotion, the mist. So I want to do a more thorough review of the different products because there is some difference between the way that the different products smell. So if that sounds interesting to you, stay tuned, like and subscribe, and I'll be right back. So as I previously said, my short was comparing Touch of Gold to Platinum. Now, a lot of people think these scents smell similar. I, after that review, came to the conclusion that they're less alike. They're more unalike than they're alike. So that there is a warmth to it. They're both sort of fruity florals, kind of holiday vibes, but to me, this overall smell profile is quite different. So I do like Touch of Gold. I actually prefer it to Platinum. So, comment below with your own thoughts. I think this scent is maybe, I don't know, people tend to be having more negative reactions than positive to it. So let me know your thoughts about it in the comments. But I do like it. So let's go ahead. I'm going to start with the lotions and then I'll get to the perfumes. Um, so let's start with the body butter. So the scent notes for this fragrance are bright blackberries, golden orange blossom, and decadent tonka. And it says made with shea butter, cocoa butter, and coconut oil. So this body butter does have a really nice texture to it. So the Bath and Body Works body butter textures can be kind of inconsistent. Like I feel like it's not always the same texture. So for instance, the Vanilla Romance body butter it was kind of a dark colored and it had to me kind of a greasier texture to it. I wasn't as big of a fan of that one. Sometimes it has the glitter in it, like the Glotion, which I'm also not a big fan of. But this one's a really nice texture. This is the ideal body butter texture. It's kind of like the sensitive skin. Like I don't even know what that scent was, but it was just like the pink, um, wellness, um, sensitive skin, and that had a really nice pillowy texture. So that's how this body butter is. So I really like the texture of this. Oh, and by the way, the depending on when you're watching this, I got the Buddy Butter for $4.95 because the moisturizer. They had the moisturizer for $4.95 this weekend, which should be going up until Sunday night. Sunday. Technically, it'll probably end at Monday at 5:59 in the morning, so you might still have a little time to shop that. So $4.95 body butter is a great deal. So the body butter and the lotion have a more honeyed quality to it. So even though honey isn't a fragrance note, I feel like it does have a honeyed quality. So I think what that is the orange blossom. So a lot of times if you're buying honey, there's orange blossom honey. So, you might go there. There's wildflower honey, um, clover honey, I think, and then orange blossom is often a popular one. So you might associate the smell of orange blossom with honey because orange blossom honey is a popular kind of honey. So yeah, but it's just got a very sweet honeyed, slightly sharp orange blossom scent to it, which I like. I tend to like orange blossom scents. I don't have the original of Don't Be Shy, although I did have a mini once, but I have the Dossier version. That's a scent I like. So I do like orange blossom as a scent note. It's a very sweet floral. Um, that's mostly what I'm getting out of the the body butter so far is mostly orange blossom, which is not the case for the mist and the perfume. So yeah, it's just kind of like a warm orange blossom scent. So let's talk about the lotion. I think is probably the same. I did not get the body cream because, as we all know, the body creams do not last. So if there is the option to get the lotion, I'm not going to get the body cream. It is a little different, actually. So it's a little less sweet. It's a little sharper in the lotion, but it does still have that honeyed quality to it. But there's something more like natural about it. I don't know. There's just something about it that's like a little less sweet and honeyed and more just like slightly earthy or something like that. But I still am with these moisturizers, mostly getting a orange blossom scent with a warmth to it. So I'm not really picking up the blackberry in these lotion versions. It's just sweet orange blossom. So it is kind of reminding me of Gingham Glow a little bit because Gingham Glow does have like that kind of nectar scent going on, but this doesn't actually list honey or orange blossom. It says golden nectar, marigold petals, and sandalwood, sunsoaked sandalwood. And this one does have kind of an orange blossom honeyed vibe to it, but it's got a little bit more of like a sunscreen quality to it. A little less sweet, a little more floral with the marigold, a little more balanced, I'd say. But they are more similar. So I think that actually Touch of Gold has a little bit more in common, at least in the lotion, with Gingham Glow than Platinum. So let's talk about the mist. So here's the bottle. This lid is really pretty. So that's a new lid style that is a little different than the other sort of faceted lid that they've been using for a while for a couple different lines. They had a nice one for the Disney villains with a dark sort of grayish black faceted lid, but this one's really pretty. So let's give it a spray. So with the mist, I am getting more of the blackberry as I had with the perfume travel size. But I think not as much with the perfume. I feel like the perfume is the heaviest on the blackberry. So yeah, there's a little bit of that fruitiness to it from the blackberry, but it's not, you're not really thinking, oh, it's so strong like blackberry. It's more just like there is some kind of sort of dark fruitiness to it. But then it still has like that orange blossom heavy scent. And very warm. Pretty well balanced. I feel like this is a little more balanced than the body butter and the lotion in terms of not being like a little too like those are pretty like sweet and honeyed, and it could be bothersome to you. But this I feel like is a little more balanced. Someone was saying that this scent is headache inducing for them. That's not the case for me. I don't tend to get headachy from fragrances too often, but it can happen. But the one that was like a big no for me was Sweetest Song. So that was like an instant headache for me. But everyone's different. So, you know, you kind of never know until you smell it whether something's going to give you a headache if you are prone to getting headaches from fragrances. I wouldn't say I'm prone to it, but it does happen with like some things. Like Juicy Couture fragrances, those like they make me sick to my stomach. At least some of them. But this, yeah, I don't have any issues with this one at all. All right, so then the perfume spray. I probably will eventually try and get the full-size perfume in this. So this one is the strongest for the blackberry. And as I said in the short I did, it starts off with like a juicy sort of fresh blackberry, but then it becomes kind of candied. And I'm getting kind of this like fizzy candied quality to it. These are quite different because this is really honeyed with the orange blossom, and this is blackberry, and the orange blossom is not as strong, and I'm not getting like that strong honeyed quality to it. And I'm just getting more of like the musky base. So the last thing I kind of want to do is just like layer the body butter and the perfume right on top of each other and see what happens. So, I mean, that's nice. I feel like they're balancing each other out. So the honeyedness of the body butter is being toned down by the fresh blackberry and the perfume. And then I'm just getting a little bit more of that like orange blossom in there. So I do like this scent. You know, I think it really just depends on like what kinds of fragrances you like. So do you like orange blossom? If you like orange blossom, I think you'll probably like this scent. It's definitely not, I think people were hoping it was more blackberry than it is. It's the blackberry is kind of fleeting. It's the strongest in the perfume. So if you do like blackberry, maybe try the perfume and see if you like that. And, you know, it's not like gourmand or vanillic or anything like that. It's more of like a perfumey scent. And I think it's pretty versatile. I think, you know, you could maybe wear this to work, but it also could be like a nice evening scent. Um, I think it's like a good early fall scent. I feel like once it gets like fall slash, you know, cold weather into winter, that I'd probably be reaching for something woodier and smokier than this scent. So I feel like this kind of like Gingham Glow is kind of like a good beginning of fall scent, like late summer, early fall kind of scent. Um, so yeah, I do like it though. I like it better than Platinum, like I said. I think I like it better than Gingham Glow as well. Um, but I don't know. I think I might have an unpopular opinion with that one. So once again, comment below, like and subscribe, and thanks for watching. See you next time.